In this video, we'll be learning how to turn data into a table. By the end of this video, you will understand what an Excel table is, why it matters for analysis, and how to convert raw data into a structured table correctly. For the purpose of this video, we'll be using this data set, patient visit log. Okay, right now, Excel sees our data as just text sitting in cells. When we turn data into a table, we are telling Excel, this is structured data. Please treat it intelligently. It is very important to know why we use table. We use tables in Excel because Excel understands tables better than normal data range. This is a normal data range. We are here to convert this into a table. So this is just a normal clean data range, okay? So tables make sorting easier. Tables make filtering easier. Tables make analysis safer. Tables automatically expand when new data is added. Tables work better with formulas, pivot table, and charts, like we pointed out in the last video. So if you want Excel to behave like a smart assistant, you must use tables. You must turn your data into tables. Now, before turning data into a table, always check one thing. Number one, each column must have one meaning. So we have A to F, we have 5 columns here. Now each of these columns, column A now, contains only patient ID. You cannot join patient ID with visit day in the same column. Column B has only one meaning, which is the visit day. The day each patient visited the hospital, then the gender of each patient, the age of each patient, the department, and the visit type, whether it's new or follow-up. So each column has only one meaning. So the next thing you need to check is to ensure that you don't have empty headers. The first row is the header row, okay? So ensure you don't have empty headers. Something like this. This is an empty header. So there's no way we can say this is what all this data is talking about, because we don't have a definition. We don't have any header for them. So ensure you don't have empty header like this. Okay. So the next thing you check is to ensure that you don't have merge cells. What do I mean by merge cells? If I highlight these two cells and merge it together, this is an example of a merge cell. So I've merged E2 and F2 together as E2. Okay, this will not work with a table. So ensure you don't have something like this. Okay. Ensure your data contain individual cells. Okay. So lastly, also ensure that your data is continuous. You don't have any blank rows in between. Something like this. This is a blank row. Row 6 is blank. This is forbidden when you want to create table. So you have to check all this before you even go ahead and turn your data into a table. So ensure you don't have any blank rows. Okay. So to turn your data into a table now, click on any cell inside your data range. Okay, you don't need to select everything. You don't need to select everything like this to create a table. Just click on any cell, any random cell. When you click on any cell, then press Ctrl T on your keyboard, Ctrl T. That's the shortcut method of turning your data range to table. When you press Ctrl T, ensure that you select this my table as headers because you already created headers for your table. This is the header row for your table, okay? Control T. So ensure you leave this one selected, then click OK. So automatically you have your table created for you. Another way to do it is to, after clicking on any cell on your data range, click on Insert and click on Table here. So then follow the previous instruction, then click on OK. So you have your table created for you here. Okay. Excel has now officially recognized this as structured data. So the first thing you notice is that filter arrow appears automatically. All these triangular icons, this drop down, they are called filter arrows or filter drop down. So they appear automatically. The second thing you notice is that your rows have different colors. Okay, so this is like a banded rows that make your data appear professionally and easy to read and understand. Okay, so another thing you notice is that when you are scrolling, unlike before, the header row still shows, so that if you have even up to 1000 rows as you are scrolling, you know what each column represents. Okay, so as you are scrolling, you see you have your header rows showing. Okay, and lastly, when you add a new row, new rows auto inherit formatting. What do I mean by that? If I add the next patient, this is the 20th patient. If I want to add a new patient, I can say, okay, patient ID P1021. Once I click enter, Excel automatically creates the new row, expand the table and add the new row into the existing table. So if you continue to add data, this auto formatting continues. Okay, this tells Excel this is structured data. Yeah, this tells Excel this is structured data. So I will leave a link in the description below where you can download this data set and practice this by yourself. Okay, so if you have any question, you can drop it below or drop it in the Telegram group. So if you can do this on your own, if Excel does the work for you, you are using it correctly. Now, there are some mistakes you need to avoid. Don't forget, you must not forget your headers. There must always be header. Don't use blank headers. Okay, ensure you have your headers. Then ensure that you already convert your data from unstructured format to structured format, like we explained in the last video, before you turn it into a table. Also ensure that you don't have any merge cell. Okay, sure you don't have any merge cells before turning your data into a table. So also ensure that you don't have blank columns inside data. Something like this. This is a blank column. So ensure you don't have something like this. So let me delete this. Okay. So you need to understand that I'm saying all this because I want you to understand that a table does not clean data for you. It only organizes clean data. So the first thing is data cleaning. When you clean your data, and your data is structured, then you convert it to a table. Okay. Tables are not decoration. Tables are how Excel understands your data. Okay. In the next couple of videos, we'll be talking about how to filter data and how to sort data in Excel. See you in the next video.